Yo, so if you've made it this far, you know that we are now on to making video ads and image ads for our clients using the images and videos which they've uploaded to a Google Drive folder, which you've also shared with them during the onboarding email. So you've let them know it's going to take a week to create these ads and get them up and running. And now in this video, I'm going to be explaining how to make a really good video ad, which is going to get your client leads and make sure that they're booking jobs from your services. So even though getting a client is hard, keeping a client is probably harder. Even though service delivery isn't hard, it is still like something you need to learn and something you need to master. So you shared the folder with them. This is going to already make them happy because they think you're professional. And then you go on to, you want to create a folder for the contract where you're going to store the signed contract, a folder for final ads once you've created them all. As you can see in this folder, there's the ad writing. I tend not to call it ad copy, even though that is what it's called, just because I don't think they'll quite understand that. They're not in the world of marketing. So when they see ad copy, they'll probably just think it's a copy of a file or something. Image ads and video ads. So even in here, I've got all the ads. And then if I go back into the folder, you want to have one for images, one for logos, and one for videos. So they know exactly where to upload everything. In this video, we're going over creating a video ad. So you go into the video folder. Hopefully they have some good videos. I'll make a video on what to do if they don't have good videos, but for now, we're assuming they do. This applies to any niche, but obviously I can only do this for the niche I'm in. So just copy the principles for your niche. If it's chiropractors or whatever, the same principles are going to apply. So look through the videos. Hopefully you know which one's the best, the most eye-catching, and the most likely to get leads in, because you need it to be eye-catching, have a visual color change or something interesting to get people hooked in. For me, this was this one, so I downloaded it and now it's here. Didn't want to bore you with the 7-minute download time. And then I moved this file into iMovie. As you can see here, you won't be able to see my screen anymore, but I'll delete this for now. So this is all we've got. This is what we're working with. This is the ad. And as you can see, it's just a video of my client cleaning a roof, which is the niche I'm in. But yeah, critical thinking and all, please don't go and copy that. And then the first thing you want to do is decide on if it is cropped well enough. For me, I weren't too happy with the cropping, so I just moved it a bit because I didn't want these cars in there because it's not the main focus of the video. So yeah, I did this, and then also did some Ken burns, which I didn't really know what they were until I started doing this, but it just apparently means that it moves into the video more. So like it will start, as you can see, start, and then it will end in this one. So just keeps it a bit more entertaining rather than just a straight video. We're actually going to have some kind of cropping throughout the video, but you can see it's 20 seconds long. So it's not really a long video, and then we can leave that there. Of course, a lot of times I'll just keep watching this back. This would take me an hour, but I've done it already. So I know what I'm doing, but it doesn't take long to get used to doing this. By the third client, I knew what I was doing, and I could get in and just make the ad quite quickly because I knew what worked and I knew what I was doing. Initially, you're going to have to spend a lot more time doing this. But like I said, once you've done 1 or 2 clients, you're going to know what you're doing and it's not going to be difficult. So the one thing I've noticed so far from only signing 6 clients, I'm not flipping amazing at this, but I'm doing what I can and it's doing all right, is that the best videos that get the lowest cost per lead show the process of the job that your client is getting jobs for, if that makes sense. So if you're a chiropractor, I'd recommend a video of like an actual session going on. I don't know, those like clicky things that you see on TikTok. In my case, people want to see the actual roof getting cleaned. Depending on what niche you're in, you want to just show the process as much as possible because it's the most interesting, and make it as satisfying and as eye-catching as possible. So like I said, that's going to alter depending on what niche you're in, but depending on what niche you're in, you still want to make it eye-catching and show the process, in my opinion. Now, use some logic. If this isn't going to work for you, then change it to what will work. But for videos, I think the process of the actual job works best. Okay, enough talking. Next, the one thing I would change in iMovie is the brightness, and I just mess around with these settings. I couldn't even tell you what they're called, but it just makes the ad slightly more eye-catching. So obviously that's way too bright. This was a little bit too dark. So I'm going to just make it a little bit brighter. The brighter, the better. well, not really. The brighter without it looking weird, the better. And then mess around with what this thing is just to make it look a little bit warmer. It can, and you want, for me, I wanted that moss to really stand out and make the contrast between the dirty and the clean roof as clear as possible. If you're in a different niche, you just want to make the video look as eye-catching and entertaining as possible, as well as professionally made, rather than through a crappy camera. Even though this isn't a bad video, it definitely has room for improvement, and we can change it and make it more eye-catching and like more engaging. So then obviously I just go to one end. I don't want it like that. I don't want it like that. Obviously I want it somewhere in the middle, but a little bit more warm is what I'd call this filter. So yeah, this might not be the best, but this is what I do. And it seems to be working fine. So next, I want to add some audio in the background. This is the one I always use. It's something from when I used to play the saxophone. So it's just something I happen to have in iMovie, but any copyright-free music is going to be fine. Just nothing like really like abrasive or like mad. Like you don't want like flipping rap music going on in the background. But you know, if drill works for you, then do it. But I just think this was just some jazz. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how well you're going to be able to hear this, but 1, I'll crop 2, 3, 4. I'll crop out the intro of the song. So you can do this on iMovie by going to the tune or the music audio, clicking on it, putting the line where you want to split it, and then going Command B. So let me just check that one. So I want to crop it here. So as you can see the lines there. And then I'm going to click on the video at that point and press Command B, and it's going to split it in two, and then you can just hit backspace to delete that first initial bit. Now, same here, I'm going to go to the end, put the line there, press Command B, it's going to split the music, and then I can press delete. But I'm sure if you were starting an agency in 2023, you can work your head around iMovie. It's not like flipping like the hardest software. It's not some mad editing software. It's literally free. All you got to do is split the thing, turn up the brightness, which you can do here, do some cropping. If it's a really slow video, maybe change the speed, and just mess around a bit, make it look good. Don't overdo it. You don't want some mad edited video. You're trying to show the process as much as possible, at least in my case. And as you can see, we have a 20-second video. It's nothing crazy. It's not got someone talking in it, which you might need for like real estate or something, but for me, this works fine. It shows the process, and I've changed the brightness and the images slightly. So, all right, so that's the video. That's what it is, literally, nothing crazy. And then I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna go File, Share as a file. Change this to your client's name. Video ad 1. Because even though I'm not going to show it in this video, you want to make like 2 or 3 videos for each, just to keep everything ready so that you're not panicking in the future where you have to add a new video and you don't have any ready. So yeah, client name, video ad 1. Obviously change client name to your client's name. And I'm going to just save that to desktop, but save it somewhere where you know it's going to be. All right, now we can exit iMovie. In fact, not if it's still doing that. We're going to minus iMovie. Wait for this to show up, which it will in a sec. Here you go. And then once it showed up, hello again, we're going back into Canva. So I've said it a million times. If you haven't bought Canva Premium, you just have to. It's part of having an agency. You might find a way around it, but it's literally the easiest thing in the world. You then want to click Create a Design and go to Facebook Video. And we're doing a Facebook video, the first one that comes up, 1080 by 1080. But the reason we do this is so that when we upload it to Facebook, it's not going to be in a random format. It's going to be in the nice square, which we're used to and people are used to on their home screen. Not sure if that even makes a difference or not, but hopefully it does because it's what I've been doing and it seems to work. So we're going to call it client name. You don't have to do caps. Video ad 1. And then we're going to upload files. We're going to upload this file here. You can see where I've been doing thumbnails. And there you go. Give it a sec to upload. And I'm going to pause this and get back to you when it has uploaded. All right, yo, so the video downloaded. Well, it didn't, but I'll use the old one just to save us both time. And as you can see, the video is here that we've edited on iMovie and made it as good as it can get. I'm going to turn the audio down so you don't have to listen to it. But if you drag the video in Canva, and as you can see, you've made a Facebook post, and you just hover it along the side or anywhere along the corners, it's going to set it as the background, and then it's going to fit to fill in that section. It's going to go grey just while it's sorting itself out. But as you can see, the video will load eventually and it's going to look great. So we're not quite done yet. Done there. Once it loads in, we're going to have the option to edit it. And you can click edit video. And we're going to go to adjust and beta. Adjust beta. And then we can change a few more things about the video and basically overdo it as I always do, but make it look good, hopefully. So this is what I've been doing. I've just been experimenting with this and just checking what looks good. So a bit of warmth. And yeah, I can't tell you the exact settings because it's going to change for every niche and every video. But what I do is I just move a few things around. And if I'm confused, I'll just move it from one end to the other end, see what looks better, and set it slightly to the side that looks a bit better. So shadows, that looks all right. That doesn't look good. So I'm going to move it slightly to that side. But you don't want it to look over edited, which I probably do. But if you are a video editor, just let me know and I'll change that. Any advice would be much appreciated. Like I said, I'm not an expert at this. This is just what I do and it seems to work. So we're also going to go to vibrance. Okay, it looks all right. We'll move a bit. Saturation. We want it a bit more on this side. X process, God knows what that is. I'll set that at 0 to be honest. And this I doesn't really find does much. So I'll just leave that at 0. If you don't like it, you can always click reset or undo. But this looks fine to me. Do it at the end. So yeah, it didn't download. It didn't play the whole video because it wasn't downloaded. But then we're going to download this here, and I'll do this off camera because it will probably take a while because my Wi-Fi is really slow. But we're going to download this here. It's going to come here, and then next clip I'll show you where to put that, and then we can move on to creating an image ad, and then we can move on to basically getting the ad published. So let me click download. It'll take a while to do that. But once that's done, I'll catch up with you guys and then we can move on to getting that uploaded and moving on to creating the image ad for our client. See you then. All right, yo, so now that you've done all that, you want to go into the final ads folder, which you've created in the shared folder with your client. And then you want to create a image ad and a video ad folder. And then in video ad 1, you want to upload it and upload it just like that. And as you can see, this is the video. I added a logo, which I'm sure I don't need to teach you how to do. You just add the logo. And yeah, there you go. I'm not going to show you that again because it's there. I also did a few versions with a blue background, but I won't tend to use those. It's just in case we really run out of ideas and we have nothing. But for the starters and for you, if you're just getting out started, you literally just need one video and you don't need the logo. In fact, I'd recommend not putting the logo in. When I go on final versions, as you can see, even though it's taken a while to load, the final version I'm using doesn't have a logo in. And I'll show you in the future in the ads manager, I'm not using this one with the logo. I'm literally using a plain one, which I just showed you that I made on Canvas. So we've reached the end of the video. We've uploaded it to the folders and now we can move on to creating the image ad for our client. I'm not sure if that was the most clear video because I don't really have like a step-by-step process. It's just roughly what I do is add some audio in iMovie, clip out any boring bits, maybe speed it up a bit and change the color and do some cropping. Then I create a Facebook post on Canva, Facebook video, 1080 by 1080, because that's the size that we want to be using. And then I just change around a few of the settings to make it look brighter. And then you upload it to the final ads section of the shared folder with your client. Like I said, there's no step-by-step. I just do whatever looks good. And the only thing I can really teach you in this is make sure you show the process of the service that your client provides. So in chiropractors or in roof cleaning or in any service which your client provides, you want to show the process if you can. Obviously, this is going to vary from different niches. If your client does something where there's not really a process, then you just have to make do with what you have. But you always want to turn the brightness up a bit and change a few of the settings around to make it more eye-catching. because that's how you want to stop people scrolling on Facebook and clicking on your ad and becoming leads for your clients. So in the next video, we're going on over making an image ad, and yeah, I'll see you then.